All right, let's go over the ingram analyzer in this one. Go in and get a bulk file, just open it up. All right, from the top or the sidebar, click on ingram analyzer. And the ingram analyzer, this is going to give you a unigram, bigram, trigram, which is a view of your search term data that you typically won't get. So for the unigram, it's breaking it out for every search term, one word at a time. Bigram is consecutive 2 words. Trigram is consecutive 3 words. All right. So it just kind of goes through the search terms and picks those out, all the different variations. So it's pretty in-depth analysis. All right, and then the process, you're going to want to do this one ASIN at a time, just because you want to have all the relevant subset of search terms for each kind of product. That way your buyer intent, the relevancy of all the data is consistent with the product, because what we're going to be doing is potentially harvesting these kind of weird phrases into, you can do like a broad or a phrase. Typically broad works pretty well for these, and these would be phrases that obviously your competitors aren't going to be targeting, so typically the CPCs are lower. And then for the negations, this is going to be typically a phrase negation, and it works really well for kind of the nuanced words that you typically wouldn't know off the top of your head without kind of analyzing this data. And it's just a way to reduce wasted ad spend across a lot of campaigns at once. Especially if you have a lot of campaigns, this is a good kind of advanced action you can take on your account. All right, so let's do the negations first. Basically, again, you would start with choosing an ASIN. If you have multiple child ASINs grouped into portfolios, you can also do this by portfolio, but most users is by ASIN. And then you'll typically want to, for negations, filter out anything with orders. You could sort it by spend. This one doesn't really have any that's super high, but let's pretend this group here are the ones that I want to phrase negate. I can go ahead right now and just click on phrase negate. That's going to change all these to phrase. The negative phrase, that's an ad group level negation. You could also do a campaign level. I'm going to hit negative or generate negatives. All right, and you get this sidebar. Now, this is a little more advanced than the wasted ad spend video that we covered. That, you know, you've got the wasted spend tool that's also got a negation tool, and so it allows you to actually, if you have a keyword list that you want to blanket negate, you can even do it on all the campaigns in your account. You can do it by groups of ASINs, groups of portfolios, so it's pretty flexible. In this video, we're going to do it from the table, which is over here on the left. We're going to look at any campaigns that are either auto, broad, or phrase. We're going to leave exact and ASIN targeting off, because those would just kind of kill the campaigns if we negated anything in there that we were targeting. All right, so I'm going to look at the ASIN mode as well. It makes the most sense for kind of this use case. And then just expand this. You can see for the ASIN that we chose here, these would be the campaigns that we would want to add the negative ingrams into. So you could also, if you had similar products down here that you'd want to do as well, you could tick those on, but it's pretty easy. Just create a negative file and save it, and then it'll open up here. Let me open that up. You can see we had 17 here selected, and we had 2 different campaigns, so that's why we have 34 rows. And you can just see it's got the keyword text, the negative phrase, get your IDs. So you upload this, and then it will negative phrase those kind of weird search terms. If you have a lot more data, this is a bit better to run and kind of analyze. And then you may want to apply, obviously, other filters for like click-through rates and stuff like that to really hone in on the really, really, really bad phrases. I kind of just went through this really fast. So anyway, the harvesting tool works the exact same way. Here you just want to obviously not look at the 0 ordered. You want to look at anything above 0. All right, and then you would harvest it in the exact same way that the keyword harvester video. So you choose the phrases that you want to harvest. Here you come in, you probably want to do a broad is a pretty good use case here. The settings you can adjust, and if you are missing a SKU, there is a chance that depending on the supporting campaign data, the SKU may not be able to be looked up. If you go to ad group settings here, you can do that and it will map it correctly. And then obviously you can make changes to these. There's other settings here behind the scenes you can edit, but I think it's pretty self-explanatory once you get in here, especially if you've already watched the keyword harvester video on running this, and then you're just exporting the file here. I always click keep data in case you messed up. I'm gonna hit save, keep data. I'll open this up now. All right, so here you go. You've got your keywords, you've got the ASIN, the SKU that we popped in, you've got kind of all our default settings that that are in the campaign builder there, which obviously you can edit. You can also edit this file before you upload it through bulk operations, and that's pretty much it. So hopefully this Ngram helps out a lot. I'd recommend, like I said, the negations for the phrase negations, and then the broad campaign. That's a good place to get started with this. See ya.